Alrighty, so good. I am going to make this very quick. Super excited. I'm going to give you a behind the scenes look at the free course that was just released. We're actually adding two more things to it. So I'm kind of excited about that. We're adding some technical analysis training and understanding support resistance. But I'm going to drop the link for you in a second. Do let me know if you can hear me and see me, please. Good morning from Arizona, Mex Chewy. Nice to see you, Arizona. I'm guessing the weather is a little bit better than it is here in Vancouver. It's like a rainstorm, gloomy. That's okay. It's a good day to release this. I'm going to share my screen in a second and show ya what we got. And I think we're going to add a little bit more to it. Actually, I got some ideas. Okay. Good morning, Carl. What's up? I can hear you well. Sweet. Good. Lucas, figure your life out. There we go. Okay. We're good. Um, DeFi as a business, this is releasing, it released as about 20 minutes ago. Do me a favor. When you do sign up for this, if there are any bugs, issues, something doesn't work, just let me know. We will fix it as we go, but we've ran through it 3 times. I think everything is Gucci. Everything is good to go. Um, when you do join, you'll pretty much see this and you'll see this and you'll see this. You won't see this. You won't see this. You won't see this and you won't see that. That is UIG stuff, but you will see something like this. You'll see a dashboard that looks like this. You can learn how to use the course. Make sure you follow us on social. I do like to connect with people. And that's basically that. Inside the coursework, there's 3 main phases we're going to take you through. There's the foundations. It really talks about how this whole damn thing works and where the fees come from and how it's not a Ponzi and how we're actually building a business and how we think about a business. And fundamentally, how we think about financial freedom. And here's a quick little teaching moment, if y'all don't mind. This was important for me. Is in my 20s, I wanted to get rich. I want to be financially free. And I would hire people and join things to teach me tactics and strategies on how to get there. I don't know what there was. And so I kept running in circles, and no course, no advisor, no anyone can really help you get where you want to go if you don't know where that is. So I'm really big clear on I'm very big on defining what financial freedom is to you as an individual and what success is to you, because success to you is going to look different than what it may look to me. And so it's important to know where you're going so we can make a plan. And I think DeFi can fit a lot of people's plans. Not everyone's. There's some people who this doesn't fit their plan because maybe they don't want to spend any time on a computer or screens. Okay, then DeFi may not be for them. But a lot of us we don't mind. I take the laptop to Mexico and I pop it up for an hour and I make some money. Like, it's pretty cool. Part two, we talk about the opportunities, so all the different ways you can make money. We talk about lending, borrowing, real world assets, liquidity pools, yield farming, etc. And part three goes more into that deploying the strategy. So everything from entering things to running the DeFi business to where to find opportunities. I just added some support resistance training, setting your ranges. I actually took that from the technical analysis arena. That is from um, the Underdog investor group, but I took the thing that I thought was most important, which is a support and resistance. I may take some of the live calls, like one live call replay, because these are so freaking good. Like, it's an hour of just pure, or 30 minutes of literally David, who's our main analyst, doing amazing real-time TA. Our members can basically request assets to be TA'd, and we do them live. So I'll probably take 1 or 2 lives, and I'm going to add them into the DeFi as a business course under here. I'm going to call it like extra resources, live call replays, and we're going to add stuff from different opportunities, different positions. I may take 1 or 2 of our end of week reports and calls, give people a sample, but also how much work goes into all the work is up front here. So this is a report every week. We release this to Underdog Investor Group members, but I will take some of this and I'll share it in the free course. We do a lot of work on different assets, and I just want people understanding that once you get good at this, you're going to be able to find opportunities, find pools, set ranges, get in, get paid daily. I've been in this forever. This is just one example of a pool I've been in. What am I looking for? Um, wow. There we go. I think I'm still smack down in the range. I've snuggled once. I entered it with under $8,000. I've made over $2,000 in fees already. I'm sitting on another 384. I'm making 437%. And I'm basically smack down in the middle of this range, and it's been hanging out there for a while. Now I'm in other positions that are more correlated, which, like, let's say on Orca, this would be more correlated. Um, yeah, we could do this one. I haven't checked it in a while, but this wallet really hates Orca. It's kind of buggy sometimes. Yeah, man. Anyway, it's a very correlated pair. It's render soul. It's been just consistently earning. I got in with under $4,000. I've done over $1,200 in fees and over $1,000 in price appreciation. It just doesn't want to load. So who cares? Doesn't matter. Add to stage. What I'm getting at here, I'm gonna drop a link for the free course so you guys can start logging in. There it is. Okay. No problem. Yeah, actually, you know what? Do you guys want to do me a huge favor? Is can if there's an issue for getting in, Max Chewy says I'm hitting the join button, but it pops up to the same website, but it was an issue with the browser. We've tested it and I've sent it to a few people to test, and I think I mean I literally 10 minutes ago I started sharing some links, but I think we've got how many people we got in here? If we got more than one, it means it's working. Oh yeah, we already got 31 people, and it looks to be growing fairly quickly. It'd be nice to have 1,000 people in here. If it helps a few people open their eyes to what's possible, then my job is done. I'm happy as can be. So get in there. I'll drop the link there, and it's also going to be in the description here. It's just cryptolabsresearch.com/DeFi. That link is also accessible on our website. Yeah, same here. Keeps going to the same screen. Could you let me know what screen that is? Could be a browser thing for some people, but it looks like 30 people joined in the last 10 minutes and created users and profiles. So I'm guessing it's working for the majority, but I do want to help problem solve anything that may not be working. A lot of time went into this, so I'm really excited to get it into people's hands. And I think people look at the outcome. We were talking about this today. Someone, someone saw my portfolio and they were like, "Oh yeah, it must be nice." Oh yeah. Well, it's easy for you to say. What they don't see is all of the pain, all of the doubt, all of the fear during a bear market, buying assets that were so cheap, being called a scammer every freaking day during the bear market because people are, yeah, don't use Brave. Brave sucks for this stuff. Um, People calling me an idiot. And it's just like, nope, we'll buy Bitcoin at 16 grand. We'll buy Bitcoin at 17 grand. We'll buy these underappreciated assets. And yes, over the last few weeks, we definitely reaped the returns on it. Like it was a multi six-figure payday, but also during the bear market, it was learning DeFi, learning to approach. And I think DeFi with the increased volume and being able to connect correlated pairs is extremely lucrative right now, way more than the bear market was. But it's like you got to put in the time and you got to put in the effort and you got to learn it. I think a lot of people just they want to get money for no effort on their end. And I'm like, this ain't going to work for you. Nothing's going to work for you. You're literally going to stay stuck and broke and miserable for the rest of your life. I say that with love because that used to be me. But the second you can commit to one thing and stay the course, it works. And I always ask people this. It's almost a red flag if someone tells me, "Hey, I tried 8 different opportunities, but nothing worked. I'm hoping DeFi works. You know, can you guarantee it'll work for me?" I'm like, "This isn't for you." Because it's a red flag that the other 8 real estate, private lending, e-com, business, whatever that was, they all work, but we got to stick with it. And so I can guarantee you DeFi won't work for you if you I don't know, just scratch the surface and you expect to click a button and get super rich. I can guarantee DeFi will work for you because it is a real thing. We're earning the fees. We're earning the fees. And it is a service we're providing, and DeFi wouldn't exist if we weren't providing the service we provide. I just got into some private lending with fiat, making 8% on that. I got into lending in DeFi. I'm making 30% on that. Hmm. But there were some reasons to do it. The way we're structuring kind of our investment company right now, um, it's got to be diversified, and we're also going to be introducing opportunities to the UIG come end of the year, early 25, as people are taking insane amounts of profits. We want to have funds already created so people can just move that money in, continue getting paid. It's the Underdog Investor Group. So right now the big focus is crypto DeFi, and it always will be a big piece of what we do. But we're also going to start offering alternative investments to keep people's money growing. And there will be people cashing out. Some people started with pretty small portfolios and they're building their portfolios. It's pretty quick to add a zero to that. And they're also taking earnings and adding them to their bull run bag, which there are some positions that have 5x to 10x potential. So there were some people, I shared a win and someone's doing, I believe they're doing $200 a day and they have, I don't want to make this up. We posted it somewhere. I think they have 30 something in capital. Someone was like, oh, it must be nice. That person started with just a couple grand. We've had people who started with less than that, but that person started with a couple grand. And if you are earning, that person is now earning $200 a day, which is $6,000 a month, which now they have 30, next month they have 36, next month they have 44, next month they have 54, whatever. And that's not even including the price appreciation of the assets, because you can wake up someday and your whole portfolio is up 15, 20%. It happened to my Render Soul. It happened to Pyth. Some of you have been in Pyth, and it's just like, it starts adding up. Carl Ward, 50 bucks I started. I'm at $5 to $6 a day now. I think people underestimate time. They want it overnight. And if you can play this right and treat it like a business, this business is profitable from day one. I've started so many businesses in my lifetime, and sometimes it took 6 months to even make $1. I think people are just so effed up from TikTok brain, instant gratification, instant click button. I need to make money now. Uh, if when I coach in business, which I do here and there, still I don't do it very often anymore. Plus, it's 50K to work with me. But when I do, if somebody, I'm just like, dude, it's 12 months before we even worry about taking a profit. Are you willing to put that in? If you're not, it's like, hey, now DeFi comes along and you can literally be profitable on day one. So different, but it just takes time, energy, attention to grow it. And I think people are just like, I want to make $100 a day and I want to make it next week. I'm like, in traditional business, that could take a long time. In DeFi, you could get there pretty quick. And I think if I tell people, hey, can you commit to this for at least 3 to 6 months? They're just like, that's a long time. And I'm like, okay. Okay. Um, yeah, Carl, appreciate that. We do mindset calls on Mondays. I run those, and they have become super, super popular because people, it's so cliche, and so I try not to say it. Then I'll get out of here. I hope y'all's enjoy the course. By the way, hey, here, let's do this. I'll drop my Instagram. If you have problems logging in, if there's a bug, if there's something you'd like to see in the free stuff, shoot me a DM. That's the easiest way. I started an Instagram so I could have some DM. I don't sell or do stupid crap in the DMs. I'm not that dude. I won't be like, I honestly don't care if you buy from us or not. I just want you to receive value. And I know from my perspective, we can give a crap ton of value up front, there's going to be a small percentage of people that see the value in actually receiving support and guidance and community. And those who don't, it's okay. Like, I fully support you and I want you supported. I'm good either way. And those people that get stuff for free, they bring a lot of people in to us. So I'm just like, lead with value, lead with value, lead with value. But if there's an issue, um, CEO, I hopped in the free course. So far, the content is good. Awesome. Right after this live call, I'll keep sending out, I probably have an hour of sending links out to all the YouTube comments that requested it. And then I'm going back in there and I'm going to pull I'm going to add a few extra things. We're going to add a cool bonus section for live call replays for those who are interested in it. We're going to throw a few in there. Oh, by the way, I also added this. Then I'll get out of here. I also added this. There's a live event section here. You will see when now I'm not like normally, like for the UIG, our live calls are hosted within the platform. So you can kind of see like all the live call. We host a live call every single day. Colin just did one. He was showing 3 different pools and actually how to get into it, blah, blah, blah. In the DeFi as a business, I put live events here. They won't be hosted on the platform, but you can still RSVP. You just go right here and you go RSVP, and I will link out to YouTube lives. Twice a month, I'm going to be doing a YouTube live to just talk about DeFi as a business, talk about what it is we're doing, and everyone in the community will get notified. So it'll be a little easier for you to actually, you can add it to your calendar, to your Google Calendar right then and there. So if you are inside the free course, head on over to live events and RSVP to this event. That way you'll be notified when we do go live, which is Saturday, March 16th. I'll be going behind the scenes of my DeFi business, showing what I'm doing, how we're doing it, and opening it up so I could answer some questions. You'll have a few days in the course by then, so you can check it out. Don't skip. Go through things linearly. Linear. And we just added the support resistance bonus training. I think it'll be cool for you to go through it. We also actually go into our portfolio review section, which is UIG stuff, because we spend a lot of time and energy, but I'm averaging between $100 and $135 per day for the past 3 weeks, and I've made over $5,000 over the last 2 months. This is 6 hours ago. This is an hour or so ago. Joy is deep in it, though. He's now in our fast track program because he's scaled up to, I think, 300 plus per day and has built a very nice portfolio. And then we have people this person too has been with us for a while. People have been with us from day one. So it's kind of like they've been doing this for, some have been doing it for over 12 months, and they built 6-figure incomes, which is really cool. Julie is in 5 positions now. Like, we review people's portfolios. Natasha is on Quest 2, so she's earning $10 per day, $300 a month in 3 different positions. Only has a couple $100 in each, and is earning over $10 a month, which is really, really cool. We took some of the portfolio reviews and we threw them into the DeFi as a business, so you could see what does a big portfolio look like and what does a small portfolio look like. I think we introduced that here, and I go over some portfolios here, as you can see. So I think it'll be fun. I think you guys will have a lot of fun in here. I think you'll learn a lot of stuff. Of course, there is no live support. There's no community. There's no chat because, well, it'd be a full-time job to run that. And so there's none of that. Obviously, in our UIG there is, but I'm hoping these live events, if you RSVP to it, looks like someone already did RSVP to it. And I'll see you on Saturday, March 16th at 10 a.m. PST. It'll also link it to your calendar. How does that sound? Does that sound good? I'll also drop my Instagram again right here. So if there is an issue, QBertQ, that way you can like take a screenshot of the issue, send it to my Instagram, and I can see what you actually mean. It's now not working on Firefox, but works in Chrome. Yeah, if there's any issues, just shoot me a ting. Bloody brilliant. Sweet. I've been having a lot of fun on Instagram. I'm not building it to like build a brand or personal or any kind of influencer, because I cringe when people are like, oh, you're a YouTuber or an influencer. I'm like, dude, so far from it. Nor do I want to be, but if I just want to have an Instagram so I can connect, so I don't really post much stuff on there, but I post here and there. It's fun. Anything to do with mindset growth, anything to do with bettering ourselves. I'm really big on that. And by posting it, it holds me accountable to actually being a man of my word and actually doing what I say. So it keeps me in check. So I get as much from it as y'all's, but then I also get to see behind the scenes. Matthew Barledge. I won't bother people here because I don't want to be like selling for 10 minutes. There is a really in-depth video on the UIG in there, but it's really the A to Z guide along with a lot of different courses. There's community support, live calls every day, and we help our members build a DeFi business. Um, Fundamentally, that's what we're doing in there. There's TA stuff. There's a Friday report where we share 6 positions. We do all the TA on it. It takes 20 hours to write that report. On Wednesdays, we have our opportunity of the week. So it is a position that is handpicked with TA, with ranges that we're in. So we're buying people their time back because it can take 5 or 10 hours to really research a position to ensure that you're getting in, you make money on the entry. And the UIG, we're like, well, we want to teach that, but we also want to do 90% of that work for someone so they can save themselves 3, 4 hours. Some of our members log in for the Friday report. They read it, they watch the live, then they get into their next position, and it's 4 or 5 hours done. Some are doing it full time. They're in there all the time on every live call. Everyone finds value in a different place, but we have a team of 5 plus 3 admins right now. It's a full-blown business, full-blown company, and we have massive plans for what we're building, including in-person events so members can meet. We're building a family. That's the easiest way I know how to say it. And we're already getting ready for, come top of the bull cycle, investment opportunities so people can protect but also multiply their wealth that they'll be creating during the bull run. So that's kind of in a nutshell. We take it super, super seriously. But yeah, that's all I'll say about that. CryptoLabsResearch.com. You can kind of check out the details. Thanks. Appreciate that. 4-month member. Yeah, it seems like when people make it through the first month, which is the hardest for them, and they're patient and they're into learning the skills. We have had members, I think we started this about 18 months ago, right in the bear market. Be careful to follow anyone who is now just getting into crypto DeFi or now just talking about it. We were in it right at the last bull cycle, and then we really started building during the bear market. So we've had people who've been with us from that day, which is pretty cool because they've been yield farming, building a bag, and now some of their portfolios are up 5, 6, 7x. Super cool to see. And we're early, and there's a lot of indicators as to why I believe we're early. This bull cycle is very different from the last, and it's glaringly obvious to me when you look at money flowing into DeFi and through. It's glaringly obvious to me that this is very different. So I'm kind of excited. And people who don't want to buy crypto, they can yield farm, earn rewards, earn money, and then buy crypto with it. So they're kind of hedging against the risk of putting up all their capital, which is kind of cool too. It's pretty cool. But I'm biased, so don't listen to me. Do your own research on me. We do talk like this turns people off, the wrong person off, which is why we do it. But like I can't separate personal, mental, spiritual development. I think it is a spiritual journey, building a business or an investment portfolio. A lot of people don't work on their internal, and now they build some portfolio or build some business or a DeFi business, and now it gets a little stressful and they crumble. To me, it's about building the person, and I think what a gift to build something, because as we're building it, it builds us. And so we do talk a lot about that inside the UIG. Some people hate it. We just know there's discords and crypto bros out there where you can like pick the meme coins and try and moon your way to being rich, but it's statistically very unlikely it'll happen to you. To me, we take a bit of a different approach. We work on the human being, not human doing. Once we're working on ourselves, we're also building our DeFi business and scaling our business, but not so fast that we as the human being aren't keeping up to the scaling, because I see people crash. And to me, there was no point making money if we just lose it all. Seeing success if we just lose it all. It's so stupid because you had to go through this period. It's just dumb to me. We grow our portfolios as we're personally growing, and we scale both. And if you can do that, eventually, the more successful you get, it doesn't get to your head, first of all, because I refuse to hang around anyone who lets their success get to their head. And two, your chances of losing it are greatly diminished because you don't have that, what is it, the pride before the fall? We see that happen a lot. It's happened to me in my 20s. So I learned from that. Like, I'm not judging it. I'm just saying we need to be aware of that. We're going to see a lot of people come this bull cycle who make a lot of money and then go on to lose it all because that's typically what happens. And everyone somehow, like, you hear people say that and it's like they're like almost proud of it. It's crazy to me. It shows me that the individual hasn't done the work. Success too fast, I think, is worse than no success at all. I've experienced it, and I've also seen a lot of other people experience it. I had to go back to the basics, and I seen success in my late 20s. I lost it. I had to go back to my foundations and rebuild this motherfucker to so aligned with my calling, two, so secure and certain in who I am and what I'm doing, and three, all those middle class, lower class beliefs that have been installed since I was a kid, I had to revamp those and rebuild them from the ground up so that when I saw success again, I was ready for it. I wouldn't sabotage it. Gay Hendricks has a great book called The Big Leap. Highly recommend you read it. But he talks about that as the ceilings that we have, and we all have them, which is why I'm so big on working on myself. And I am someone who, when I say that, I mean it. I just joined another $40,000 coaching program. Some people think that's insane. Why would you spend 40K? Because it keeps me sharp. It keeps me around people who keep me sharp and sharky. It is a message to my subconscious that I'm worth it. There's a lot of reasons why. Plus, I can't do it on my own. We're getting into acquisitions, into owning multiple companies, into expanding our investment portfolio into different sectors. Like, I can't do that by myself. I am not smart enough to do it by myself, and I know that. I'm good at one or two things, but I need experts around me to help me with that. When I first got into business, I hired people who knew way more about business than I did. And I won't talk about that, but I saw success very quickly. Success, monetary success. And people were like, oh my God, how did you do it so fast? I just found people who did it and I paid them a lot of money to show me how they did it. I was able to compress time. I don't have time. I'm going to end it with this. I'm going to get a little freaking upset right now. People are walking around this planet with no urgency. Oh, I'll invest later. Oh, I'll just do that later. When they don't understand that time can be their best friend or time can be against them. And for most people, time is playing against them, which is why they have to trade so much time for money. You will blink and you will be 10 years older. Now, the question is, do we have urgency? And I have trained myself. I wake up in the morning with insane urgency. I'm just like, oh, I'm never going to get this day back. What a gift. This day is a gift. God, creator, I'm going to prove to you that I'm actually grateful and I'm going to do things. I'm going to create value. I'm going to take action. I'm going to use the gifts you gave me as my prayer back that it's not just words. And I think a lot of people have zero urgency, and I can tell. And it's scary to me because you will blink and there's 10 or 20 years in a blink of an eye. And money is not the important thing here. It's not about, oh, I don't care. Like, I don't care if I have $10 million. I don't care either. I said 10 years ago, I made a goal. I never want to check my bank account. I just want to know I'm good. And I want to have time to like build things and do things and be in alignment and work on I study for hours per day on myself. I want to join men's groups. I want to fly around the world. I want to network with people. I want to give back. I want to have time to be in greater alignment and do things, blah, blah, blah. And 10 years later, I'm there. And it was like urgent. I was in my kind of mid 20s by then, but I'm like, this is urgent because I'm going to blink and I'm going to be 40. And I like to get set up in a place where that's my reality. I was like, every day I woke up and I was like, I'm urgently doing it. Now my goals are very different. We actually are partnering up with some charities, which is really cool. We want to build some schools in some different countries. UIG is going to be involved in that, which is cool. But I wake up urgent with it. Every day that passes by, there's kids who can't eat. There's kids who don't have books to read. There's kids who don't have a family, don't have a home to go to. It's urgent. It's urgent. And it like wakes me up and I'm like, damn. Okay, thank you for another day. Let me take action. And I'm just like, why do people not feel that sense of urgency? They're effing around. And I'm like, you are wasting this gift of life, wasting it. You want to write the book? Write the book. Start now. The book ain't going to write itself, but I don't know how. Neither do I, but just do it. I really want to get into do it now. Do it now. I really want to build a closer relationship with my husband, wife. We're kind of do it now because in a year, you could be having a very different conversation, that relationship ending. I really want to get closer with my kids. Do it now. I really want to quit my job and get free from the rat race. Okay, start now. I really want to learn this crypto DeFi stuff, but maybe I'll just do it later. Do it now because the market is only moving one way, long term. The space only grows. Do it now. I really want to build a connection with God. I really want to go back to my faith. I really want to do it now. I really want to apologize to these people that I knew. Do it now. I really want to go on that trip. Okay, make a plan. Like start now. Because in 6 months, you'll be going on that trip. Instead of in 6 months being like, I really want to do that still. Do it now. I'm blessed with like almost dying a few times in my life because of my sports of choice. And every time that I dodged that bullet, it was like insane gratitude. And I think it's just like, I just am so knowing that my day could be over today. And what a I see death very differently than most people, but when I see someone die or someone I know dies, if they lived a life that's full and they went for it, I am like, that is such a gift that you gave to the world. When I see someone who just played it safe and suffered the whole time, I'm like, what a waste. Like, we have so much in us. So if I went tomorrow, I'd want people saying that about me. Being like, man, that guy really went for it. That guy lived. He was engaged with life. It was do it now. And I would not want a single person to shed a tear for me because there'd be no tear to shed. Um, now, you know, anyway, not to get into that stuff. People get really weird to talk about death, but it's something I think about daily. When I was working through my depression in my mid 20s, a lot of the Stoic philosophies and teachings were things that really helped me get through that time in my life. And I think I still hold them near and dear. And, you know, a lot of the Stoics meditated upon um, death to create that sense of urgency and also gratitude for the day that they got. And there's a lot of days where I literally open my eyes and it's the first thing I think. I'm like, oh my God, I made it. Another day. Let's go. Urgency, fun, go for it. In alignment. You can't lose. We came with nothing. We leave with nothing. You cannot lose this game. You cannot lose. So just go for it. That's my little Tuesday sermon. I didn't want it to go that way. I didn't mean it to go that way, but you know I can't help it. I'll drop my IG one more time. If there's an issue with you logging in, please do let me know. We will fix it today. Or if you join it, just let me know how you're finding it. RSVP to the next call. It's going to be held on YouTube, so it's not like it's alive in the platform, but um, but still, same kind of experience there. So I'll drop the link for the course one more time. It is free, and we're going to be adding a few things to it, so you can join there. Let me know if you have a problem getting in. And when you are in, feel free to shoot me a message on Instagram. Don't DM me on the platform. We really don't check our DMs. It's almost impossible to keep up to, but you can shoot me a message on IG and let me know your experience. Would love to hear from you. With that said, I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate your time and looking forward to having you experience what we're building for you. Cool. All righty. Sweet. How can I join the free course? I get redirected to the same page over and over. Friends, shoot me a message on Instagram with a screenshot of it. I want to see what people are talking about there. We have probably more people in there now. How many people do we have in here? Yeah, there's 53, 54 now. So people are joining. I think it's a browser issue. But do shoot me a message so I know exactly what page you're getting redirected to. I want to help solve that. And maybe there's a bug or something. Who knows? Definitely help you out though. Shoot me a message. Cool. All right, I'm out of here. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy the course. With that said, we will talk.